Hey everyone, welcome back. 2026 is here, and right now the internet is packed with amazing shows, but which ones are actually worth your time? Today, I'm bringing you a list of 13 web series that are trending worldwide, from post-apocalyptic sci-fi to epic battles, twisted crime mysteries, and high-voltage action. This list has it all. Most of these shows are streaming on Netflix and other major platforms. So without wasting any time, let's start the countdown. This series on our list takes you into a world where the stories you read in school textbooks don't stay on the page. Myths, legends, and monsters come alive in the real world. Percy Jackson seems like an ordinary teenager until his life flips upside down. He discovers that he is the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea. But that revelation comes with a deadly problem. Percy is accused of stealing the most powerful weapon of the gods, Zeus's thunderbolt. To clear his name, Percy is forced into a dangerous quest where every step brings him face to face with terrifying mythological monsters ready to hunt him down. Can Percy uncover the real thief before time runs out? And will he be able to stop an all-out war between the gods before it destroys everything? If you love magic-filled fantasy adventures like Harry Potter, this show opens the door to an entirely new mythical universe. The series is called Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This series on our list is set in a world completely destroyed after a nuclear war, a place where civilization has collapsed, and all that remains is fear, fallout, and the shadow of death. Lucy McLean has spent her entire life inside a safe underground bunker known as Vault 33, protected from the horrors of the outside world. She's grown up believing the surface is nothing but a myth, but when circumstances force her to leave the vault, Lucy steps into a radioactive wasteland where rules no longer exist. The world outside is ruled by brutal raiders, terrifying mutants, and pure survival instincts. Every step forward brings a new and unpredictable danger, and innocence is the first thing this world tries to kill. Can an ordinary, kind-hearted girl survive in such a ruthless world? And what is the dark secret hidden behind the vaults? A truth powerful enough to change the future of humanity itself. If you love Mad Max-style post-apocalyptic worlds and stories inspired by video games, this show is an absolute masterpiece. The series is called Fallout. It holds an impressive 8.4 rating on IMDb, and it's available to stream on Prime Video. This story on our list is built around an epic war, where the enemy doesn't come from the sky. It rises from the depths of our own oceans. An ancient and deadly species that has remained hidden beneath the sea for centuries suddenly emerges and declares war on humanity. London is under threat, panic spreads across the globe, and the world stands on the edge of collapse. In this moment of chaos, the responsibility to protect Earth falls on Kate Stewart and her team. The ocean is no longer calm, it's fighting back, determined to claim the world above the surface. Can humanity survive against this unstoppable force from the sea? Or will our cities be swallowed forever beneath the waves? If you enjoy global disaster stories and sci-fi from the Doctor Who universe, this is a battle you shouldn't miss. The series is called The War Between the Land and the Sea, and it's set to release in 2025. This film on our list is based on one of history's greatest musical rivalries, where on one side stands a gift believed to be from God, and on the other, a human soul burning with envy. When Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart arrives in Vienna, his music feels almost supernatural. His compositions captivate audiences, leaving the city spellbound. But behind the thunderous applause hides Antonio Salieri, a respected court musician who watches Mozart's rise with quiet fury. Unable to match Mozart's divine talent, Salieri begins a silent war. His goal is no longer just to destroy the man, but to kill the god of music within him. Will Salieri's hatred and secret schemes silence Mozart's voice forever? Or will the fire of jealousy ultimately consume the one who ignited it? If you enjoy historical dramas and complex stories about genius, obsession, and human weakness, this film will pull you into a world unlike any other. The movie is called Amadeus, and it was released in 2025. This film on our list is set in 1970s Korea, a time when money and power were valued above God, and morality came at a deadly cost. The story follows Baguette, a man who rises from nothing with dreams of touching the sky. His hunger for wealth and control knows no limits. Through corruption, manipulation, and betrayal, he begins shaking the entire system from its roots. Standing in his way is a fearless prosecutor, Jang Gun-young, a man who has sworn to tear this empire down, no matter the cost. As power clashes with justice, the line between right and survival begins to blur. This isn't just a fight between two men, it's a war between unchecked money and true law. Can one honest prosecutor bring down the most dangerous mafia of his era, or will the system crush him first? If you enjoy hard-hitting crime dramas like Narcos and stories filled with power, politics, and corruption, this is a must-watch. The film is called Made in Korea, and it was released in 2025. This series on our list takes you on a colorful journey through the city of fashion, romance, and dreams, Paris, where every street feels like a postcard and every moment comes with a twist. Emily Cooper moves from Chicago to Paris to chase her dream job, expecting her life to feel like a modern fairy tale. But reality hits fast. Instead of perfection, she faces intense culture shock, language barriers, and sharp office politics. Caught between glamorous fashion shows, and complicated relationships, Emily's love life and career slowly get tangled in a web where every decision creates a brand new problem. Can Emily win Paris with her bold American style? Or will the city's charm, chaos, and pressure push her to give up and go back home? If you enjoy lighthearted romantic dramas, fashion, and feel-good storytelling, this series is the perfect mood booster. The show is called Emily in Paris, and it's available to stream on Netflix. The final and biggest series on our list takes us straight back into the dangerous world of Westeros, the same brutal universe that made Game of Thrones a global legend. Set nearly 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the story follows a tall and honorable knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his young companion known as Egg, as they travel across Westeros in search of glory and survival. But this journey is anything but simple. Egg carries a hidden bloodline, a secret so powerful that if revealed, the entire realm would hunt him down. In a world where politics are deadlier than wars, Duncan and Egg face dangerous conspiracies and brutal duels that test loyalty, courage, and honor every single day. Will Duncan stay true to his oath? And can Egg's true identity remain hidden? Or will the world of dragons and betrayal swallow them whole? If you're a fan of House of the Dragon and the world of GOT, this new story forged in the shadow of dragons is an absolute must-watch. The series is called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and it's set to release in 2025. What if your own mind becomes a spy? Ellis is an intelligence analyst who believes information is his greatest weapon, until one day he realizes his mind has been hacked. An unknown force can now see his thoughts, hear what he hears, and feel what he feels. He's no longer just a man, he's a walking surveillance device. Intelligence agencies label him a traitor, while enemies don't need to chase him, because they already live inside his head. Every memory becomes evidence, every thought a threat. He can't run, because he's trapped inside his own mind. Can Ellis remove this invisible enemy before it erases his existence completely? Or is he already lost? If you love Black Mirror-style stories that expose the dark side of technology and mess with your head, this is a must-watch. The series is called The Copenhagen Test, and it released in 2025. This series on our list takes you back to the blood-soaked era of the 1850s, a time when a single piece of land was worth more than human life, and survival came at a brutal price. In the unforgiving wilderness of 1850s Oregon, Fiona Nolan brings together a group of rejected souls, farmers, immigrants, and outcasts, all dreaming of building a new life of their own. But standing in their way is the most powerful and ruthless force in the region, the Vaness family. What begins as a fight over land quickly turns into a battle for existence. As violence spreads, ordinary people are pushed to pick up weapons, fighting not for greed, but for freedom. Can these broken and powerless settlers protect their land from a brutal empire? Or will their dream become the very ground they're buried in? If you enjoy the Yellowstone prequels or love raw, rugged Western dramas, this series won't disappoint. The show is called The Abandons, and it's set to release in 2025. This series on our list is a true global phenomenon, one that pulls you straight into a quiet 1980s town where something terrifying is hiding just beneath the surface. What looks like a normal place is actually sitting on top of a nightmare. In the town of Hawkins, a young boy mysteriously disappears without a trace. As his friends begin searching for him, they encounter a strange girl known as Eleven, along with secret government experiments no one was meant to discover. But the real danger isn't the lab, it's the Upside Down, a dark, twisted world existing right beneath their town, where monstrous creatures are desperately trying to break into our reality. Can a group of ordinary kids really survive a world filled with monsters and secrets? Or will Hawkins be swallowed whole by the darkness lurking underneath? This isn't just a show, it's an experience. If you haven't watched this perfect blend of friendship, horror, and sci-fi yet, you're missing out on something special. The series is called Stranger Things, and it's available on Netflix. This story on our list drags you straight back into the blood-soaked arena of Spartacus, a world where survival is bought with blood and mercy doesn't exist. Spartacus's rebellion is over, and Rome believes the nightmare has ended. But from the ashes rises a former gladiator driven not just by violence, but by cunning. Asher survives not with strength alone, but with lies, manipulation, and ruthless intelligence. Using betrayal as a weapon and chaos as fuel, he begins building an empire powerful enough to challenge Rome's greatest elites. This isn't just a fight in the arena anymore, it's a deadly game of politics, power, and control. Can Rome crush this new threat before it grows out of control? Or will Asher's twisted strategies bring the entire Roman Empire to its knees? If you're a fan of the original Spartacus series and crave the same brutal violence, raw ambition, and dirty political warfare, this is a must-watch. The series is called Spartacus, House of Asher, and it's set to release in 2025. This movie on our list follows another hilarious misadventure of Trevor Bingley, where instead of peace and quiet, he ends up with a crying nightmare he never signed up for. After surviving a disastrous battle with a bee, Trevor takes a job as a school caretaker, hoping for a calm and simple life. But once again, fate has other plans. Out of nowhere, he's left responsible for a baby. What seems like an easy task quickly turns into total chaos. From diaper disasters to runaway away baby prams. Every well-intended move Trevor makes only creates bigger messes. His clumsy attempts at childcare spiral into non-stop slapstick mayhem, where disaster follows him at every step. Can Trevor keep the baby safe despite his endless mistakes? Or will his version of caretaking turn the entire school into ruins? If you love Rowan Atkinson-style comedy, classic slapstick humor, and laugh-out-loud chaos, this movie is guaranteed to leave your stomach hurting from laughter. The film is called Man vs. Baby, and it was released in 2025. This film on our list follows a psychologist whose peaceful present collides head-on with a terrifying past she thought she had buried forever. Sarah Gray is a respected psychologist living a quiet, happy life with her husband and young son. But everything falls apart when her father, Felix Garrett, a notorious serial killer, is suddenly released from prison. Almost immediately, the city is shaken by copycat murders that mirror his old crimes. As fear spreads, Sarah begins to suspect that the truth may be far closer than she ever imagined. The deeper she digs, the more it feels like the killer isn't just connected to her past. He may be someone inside her own circle. Has her father returned to the darkness he once embodied, or is the real killer hiding in plain sight, closer to Sarah than anyone expects? If you enjoy Spanish thrillers, dark family secrets, and psychological stories where blood ties carry poison, this film is a must-watch. The movie is called Inado, and it was released in 2025.